Electricity prices across Arizona continue to explode. The main driving factor of that is migration from other states into Arizona. As one of the fastest growing states in the country, our electricity rates are also one of the fastest growing. So more and more homeowners all across Arizona are choosing to invest in solar for their home for 4 main reasons. Let's take a look at those. I'll break them down and we'll talk about how solar could potentially benefit you both in the short term and the long term. So first and most important is day one savings. On average, for our homeowners that have a $250 electricity bill, after going solar, they typically see that bill drop somewhere between $200 to $220 a month for a reduction of about 10 to 15% day one. Now, that is just the start of it. The much bigger value here is the protection against inflation. So here in Arizona, we all are a part of a state-sanctioned monopoly. Now, what does that mean? That means that you have no choice in your energy provider. Now, whether you have APS, SRP, TEP, TRICO, doesn't matter who you have. If tomorrow they increased their rates 40%, what would you do? You have no choice. You would pay it. You can't switch. You can't shop around. You can't find the best deal. And these electricity companies know that. So they continue to increase the rates year after year. Now, in fact, let me put some numbers up here to show you just how crazy that is. So APS just put into effect in March 2024, a 10.6% increase. In November 2023, SRP put in a 9.6% increase. TEP had a 10.2% price increase. And TRICO, over the last 2 years, has gone up 9.2% as well. Now, what this means is these are increases over just the last year, almost 10% across the board. Before that, we even had more price increases. So as they continue to raise the electricity rates, your bills grow and grow and grow. And that is one of the biggest benefits of solar, is locking in this price. Now, the best analogy I can give is rent versus purchase on a home. Now, as a homeowner, you made the decision that I want to start purchasing my home instead of renting and throwing my money away every single month. That same exact analogy is true with electricity. Now, think about it. If in 5 years, is your mortgage going to change? As long as you have a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, your mortgage stays exactly the same every single month until you pay it off. Now, if you're a renter, every year you go to renew that lease, or every 2 years, your rent continues to go up and up and up, and it just grows exponentially. That same exact thing is happening right now to you with your electricity. You are currently renting your electricity. Solar is the opportunity to purchase your electricity. Another huge benefit is that you can increase the home's value without spending additional money. Now, you are already paying for your electricity bill every single month. There's never a month where APS or SRP or TEP says, you know what? Hey, don't worry about paying us this month. You've been such a great customer. Now, let's look at some of these numbers to see just how much you are actually going to pay in electricity, because it's kind of mind-blowing. So let's say you had a $250 electricity bill, and there's 12 months in a year. And now this bill, let's say it's your average, right? So in the summer, it might be $400. In the winter, it might be $150. But if you added it all up and divided by 12, let's say your average electricity bill was $250 a month throughout the year. So that's our average bill times 12 months in a year means that we are spending $3,000 in electricity every year. Now let's look what happens over the next 20 years. If prices did not go up, if you took that number times 20 years, you are going to spend $60,000 in electricity over the next 20 years. $60,000 that you're just going to throw down the drain. Every time you pay that electricity bill, you do nothing to add value to the home. You do nothing to eventually reach an endpoint. After 20 years, you don't have to pay for your electricity anymore like you do with solar. There is no end in sight. And this is if $60,000, if electricity bills stayed exactly the same for the next 20 years, which we both know is absolutely crazy to even consider. And now the final big benefit that a lot of homeowners, especially if they're looking at getting their roof replaced as well, is that you can actually combine a roof and solar into the same loan and get the best possible interest rate in home improvement financing. Now, these interest rates typically are right around the 30-year fixed mortgage. So as interest rates rise or drop, these interest rates will rise and drop as well, but it is right in line with the 30-year fixed mortgage, which you're not going to find a better interest rate in America. So in summary, the reason that so many people, especially here in Arizona, are opting to combine their roof and solar or just doing solar on their own is because they want that instant day one savings. I mean, saving an extra 30, 40, or 50 bucks a month is huge, but also they want that long-term protection against inflation. Because if we're increasing 10% in a year, this same bill that's $250 a month right now, in 10 years, it might be $400 or $500 a month on average, because they continue to raise the prices and you have no choice because you are in a state-sanctioned monopoly. So if you're interested in checking out the benefits of solar more in detail, all we need is an electricity bill. We can draw up some numbers, show you both the short-term and the long-term benefits, and talk a little bit about the potential to also increase your home value.